Ronald. And when you can't object, the state proceeds as if you don't exist. Antonio was placed, abused, and killed while I sat in a cell waiting for a notice that was never coming, the ghost. Protocol is how they engineer erasure without ever putting it in writing. Nevea. And this is where your baseline ignition engine comes in. It detects those gaps, right? Ronald. Precisely. The BIE doesn't need the state to admit they never sent notice. It scans for the absence of required documents. Every statutory requirement generates an expected record. When that record doesn't exist, the BIE flags a ghost protocol violation. You don't have to prove they hit it, you prove the hole where it should have been. Segment 2, the legislative trinity. Okay, so you've identified the ghost protocol, but identifying the problem isn't enough. You've built a 3-part legislative response. Walk us through the trinity. Ronald. The legislative trinity is 3 interconnected bills that each address a different failure point. First, Antonio's Law, named for my son. It mandates FBI-level background checks on every adult in a placement household before reunification. No exceptions. No roommate loophole. Jeffrey Moody, the man who killed Antonio, was a roommate, which meant he wasn't screened. Antonio's Law closes that gap permanently. Any adult who resides or stays overnight more than 3 nights per month gets screened within 48 hours. Nevea. That seems like such an obvious protection. The fact that it isn't already law is haunting. Ronald. Second, the Father's Claim Act. This one's personal. It mandates death notification to incarcerated parents within 48 hours. I learned about my son's death through Jailhouse. Rumor. 10 months after the funeral. The act also automatically suspends child support obligations during incarceration. You can't accumulate impossible debt while the state prevents you from earning and then have that debt used to terminate your parental rights. Nevea. Bearden v. Georgia already said poverty can't